Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is, do you feel lucky? I was just walking from where my office is for my dream job to my car here, my second dream vehicle, and I was just feeling very lucky because I'm going to go over and get a chiropractic adjustment in my old hometown, and I'm going to be able to see both my adult kids afterwards. And I was thinking, man, I'm really a lucky man to have such very nice, wonderful children who love me and I love them, and we've got a lot of great family thing going. And then from there I started thinking about all the other good things in my life. Like I mentioned, coming from my dream job, and it truthfully is a job that's just perfectly suited for me at this time in my life, and I'm very happy to have it, and I'm also happy that we're due for a large raise, which will be nice, and it has a lot of other good quality of life benefits that are very handy to have. And I live in a nice apartment not that far from the office, a walking distance, and I enjoy just going to the office. Plus I enjoy working remotely, and the apartment's kind of set up perfectly for me and my life. And I've talked about my weight training progress and good experience with that, and I talk about other Happier Man topics on this YouTube channel. And I have my website that's fun to work on, and the books I've written, and all the progress I'm making on various health related things. And my family is very good overall. Everybody's happy and working and doing fine, and my old friends are doing fine, and my new friends are doing fine. And I've got the excitement of all the travel that I've enjoyed the last 8 years. Plus, I've got other travels planned for next year. And then going into the holiday season, today is November. We're getting closer to Thanksgiving. And this has been a very wonderful time of the year for me in general, this holiday time. I just kind of love it more and more every year. So I personally feel very lucky. Like I'm a lucky man. I'm a happier man who's very lucky. But what I'm getting at, the contrast between now and the happier man life I've been enjoying for quite some time now, and my earlier life where I was a verbally abused man from my wife, and how horrible my life was at that time, how I was in misery most of the time, and there was really nothing to look forward to, and every day was just a grind. And every day, if I wasn't, being verbally abused in a harsh manner, I was walking on eggshells, thinking that it's going to come. At those days, my finances were totally out of control, with no real hope of ever getting out of the mess. There was nothing to look forward to, and the present was very bleak at the time. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is I think you as a man deserve to feel like you're a lucky man. And that if you don't feel that way, that would be your cue, or your clue, I'm not sure which way to say it, your cue or your clue to figure out what the problem is, and then to make whatever adjustments are necessary to make your life, to make you feel like you're a lucky man, that you're building your happiness, that your present is very pleasant, and your future is bright. That's a better way to live, if you ask me. I know I love how my life is, that everything is going my way, let me take a step back. There are some issues and problems in my life, but I'm working on them to try to solve them. For example, I've got a shoulder problem from life and perhaps weight training that's bothering me, and I can't enjoy. I'm having pain and issues with it, but I'm not letting that stop me. Right? I'm still weight training around it. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing things to try to heal that shoulder problem. And my finances are far from being where I want them to be, but I'm continually make strides to try to improve that. And my weight is too high for what I'd like, but I can make progress on that. So the point of all of this is that you can go from an extremely limited life with perhaps misery and certainly a mediocre life to something far, far better if you put it in your mind that you deserve it and that you should have it and that it is possible for you. And I guess I'm saying I am living proof that it's possible, because at one time my life was just a total and utter mess with this verbally abusive woman in it that I couldn't make any she just could not be nice to me, and then from all that it just spun out the rest of my life to be a total mess. In order to try to escape her wrath and try to get ahead of the money, I spent enormous amounts of time working. So I had zero free time because I was working so much. And whenever I was home, it was never to enjoy being home. It was just to kind of work around the house doing something I didn't want to do. And I couldn't enjoy it. Of course, I had the beautiful adult children. At the time, I had the beautiful young children, and I couldn't be a good dad to them because of having to deal with this misery in my life. And it's, to tell the truth, that's a massive regret, that I just think of how beautiful and wonderful they were, and that I just couldn't be the kind of a dad that I wanted to be. And I wasn't able to be the dad I wanted to be until I left their mother. I know that sounds wrong, right? And how can you be a good dad when you're divorced? But to me, I was a far, far better dad being divorced. So it's kind of a long-winded talk, I guess, about how to do you feel lucky. But I truly believe that if you can get it in your mind that you deserve to be happy and that you deserve to consider your life lucky and that you matter, that you can start to make the big changes necessary to actually see it in manifested, right? You may have to leave a verbally abusive wife or some wife that is extremely high maintenance or just not good for you in whatever way. You may have to find a much better job or different job at least than what you have now. I did leave my second best job to go to something that I thought would be better, and it was just an absolute nightmare. And this was the job I had before I have this one. So I believe you as a man have to be willing to make whatever changes you need in order to call yourself, to say and look in the mirror and say, wow, I am so lucky to have my life the way I have it. So give that idea some thought, all for now.